Now, let's talk about Kanye West and his Australian wife, Bianca Censori. Reports are that they have split. It's all over. Divorce is imminent. What is the latest, and is there a prenup?
There is not a prenup, but I would just say to you, this is not the first time you and I have had this discussion. You and I've, we've discussed the potential of these two falling out on multiple occasions. But, his recent rants online, antisemitic, hateful, misogynistic, I do think that probably led. I mean, this was 11 days also after you and I discussed the Grammy incident, the famous Grammy incident, that this alleged divorce started to kind of unfold. But according to reports, no prenup. And TMZ reports that both sides have contacted divorce attorneys.
That is shocking if he hasn't got a prenup, because he would have been worth what when they got together? He boasts about being a billionaire. I don't know if that's accurate, but he's certainly worth probably hundreds of millions. So interesting indeed. There's another high-profile divorce. This one also involves an Australian bride. This divorce is between actor and comic Sacha Baron Cohen, Ali G, Borat, you all know his films, and Australian actress Isla Fisher. Sources say the split is said to be one of the nastiest in Hollywood history. What's going on there, Kinsey?
Yeah, this kind of came out of nowhere, right? We assumed that everything was running smoothly when it came to this surprise separation after 2 decades. But while Isla was promoting Bridget Jones, she was talking to the media about how the women in her life are so important to her and have held her. And those female relationships helped her to realize who she was beyond her relationship. And according to the Daily Mail, Sacha felt like those were words on the attack. Those were words that were in some way, shape, or form going against him, and he was really hurt by them. So will we see something as ugly as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? I'm curious to see, because according to Rebel Wilson, Sacha can be incredibly cruel. But, Isla is just so precious. I don't imagine that she would allow it to go in that direction.
And Sacha seems to be rather super sensitive. I mean, he's going through a divorce. Comments are going to be made. And what you just described there was hardly something that was particularly scathing. I think if that's the impetus for this nastiness, then that's pretty silly stuff. Now, let's talk about actress Issa Rae, who I've never heard of, I've got to be honest. But apparently she had a sold-out performance at the Kennedy Center, but she cancelled it after President Donald Trump was named chairman of the venue. She claims that Trump's appointment is, and I quote, an infringement on the values of the institution. Kinsey, who is this woman, and what was this performance that she's now canned?
Well, I know I'm going to shock you when I tell you that this is a friend of Meghan Markle's. I know that you are floored to find out that some that would, try to make such an extreme political statement would be close to the Markle family. But, so the last time she had a hit show was almost a decade ago on HBO. But I just want to tell you what Gabrielle Basso, who portrayed J.D. Vance in Hillbilly Eulogy, recently said about celebrities getting political. He said in a podcast called Great Company, we're court jesters, we're entertaining, we're public servants, we're there to perform, to entertain. And then all of a sudden, the jester, because he's in the courtroom, starts to be like, I might want to go sit on the throne. I think that that's important. I think that he's absolutely right. You're here to serve, you're here to entertain, and you're here to make life better and to help us escape. And this is one of those moments where I will struggle to ever support this woman now, because I know her politics and I disagree with the way that she's gone about making this point. I don't think it was necessary. And I think that other celebrities should realize that the safest bet is to just do your job and not get involved in politics.
And when your job is pretending, which is what acting is, and reading out words other people have written for you, perhaps you're not in a position to be lecturing the the country and the world about who they should be picking to lead them. Before you go, let's just quickly talk about CNN's Caitlyn Collins coming under fire for promoting a fundraiser for Luigi Mangione. This is the man who allegedly murdered United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. She posted this now deleted tweet with a link to the Defence Fund. You can see it right there. She says she never promoted the fundraiser, but obviously that link leads to a site where you can donate, Kinsey. And there's a reason why she deleted the tweet. We've run out of time. Thank you so much for your time again, Kinsey Schofield.